Well, good morning, everybody. It's almost afternoon here. Getting a little bit of a late start. Needed plenty of sleep yesterday. I think I'm finally back to a proper circadian rhythm sleep schedule type thing where I'm falling asleep in the late night, early morning, like 1, 2 a.m. and something like that, and sleeping at that and waking at a reasonable hour. But first, we got to paste some links here. Including to I keep forgetting to post the thing to Twitter, so I'm going to do that first, actually. So give me a moment, folks, and then we'll get started immediately. I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. Okay. Got some nice relaxing music on, some beautiful stuff so we can clear our head and focus and do amazing things. So let me grab that off of Facebook and post it to Twitter. Hit post. Okay, looks like I am having some issues with grabbing the link off of here. Okay, well, I'm having some technical difficulties. Please bear with me. I want to make this as quick as I possibly can. Okay, I should be able to find it. Aha. Of course, there I am talking to myself. That's actually pretty funny. Alright, so copy link. Then we can get out of this and post it to Twitter and Discord. I'm actually going to post a Discord on my phone. Hey, new phone. I have an iPhone 8. It's awesome. I love it. It's amazing. It is really cool. I like it a lot. It's I'm still having a learning curve with it. You know, my other phone was literally 7 years old, so. 1 second to type this out. Did I do the right thing? Yes, I did. I actually did it right. Okay, done. So my channel has a live link that I keep posting that, but each live stream itself has an individual link. So let's head over to Discord here, and then we can actually quickly post this. Tune in here. Paste. There we go. And then select all, copy. Send, okay, so that will go out to fun stuff.
Minecraft Livestream. Tune in here. https://yahoo.me/188s.
Wow, did you hear that? Okay, let's I think if I replaced the link in YouTube, sorry, oops, wrong thing. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Facebook and replace that link with because if the thing that ends in /live, that actually just goes to my live dashboard. It's not for each individual live stream. So I need to kind of keep that in mind. Oops, edit post. There we go. All good. Now I just have to reload this. This is taking far longer than it should. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me just check something here. I need to check something. I'm sorry. Jesus, this is taking me so long. Ridiculous. Okay, 8S. Alright, so I can. So it is https://tu.be/ I'm confused. I can't extract the link. It's just like a little thumbnail that you click. There's no actual link. That's a pain in the butt. Okay. At least there's relaxing music we can listen to while we get started here. Bizarre. I'm going to take the space out of it and send it. Aha. Yes, there we go. I can finally grab it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I sent it to myself I sent it to my girlfriend on Facebook Messenger, putting a space so it would break the link, and then okay, let's sign on here. Where am I? Let's see where we are here. Oh, I'm at my residence. Meow, meow, meow. Still learning the spacing of the keys on there. I just have to take the space out and voila. It's a much shorter link. Oh, this headphone thing is broken. The kids broke it somehow. Or the cats broke it. I don't want to point fingers. One of those four things, either one of the cats or one of the kids, they broke it. It's like the little retention clip that keeps this thing from sliding all the way off the end. Yeah, it's literally broken right where the retention clip is. So I keep trying to make sure I don't pull this. The band that's holding this on is not like fixed here. I could pull this off all the way. So much better. Seven seems to be the popular. That bloom sound that you guys might be hearing is my girlfriend messaging me. Her daughter is at the doctor right now. She's having some issues. I like that much smaller link. I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm back to our home SMP here. Ooh, I got the hiccups going on. So I have a few things here. Stone slabs and lots of stone slabs. Right. I'm going to offload these things. And I'm going to grab we need nether brick to make nether brick slabs. I think everything here is alright. Alright, put that back on. I'm just making sure here before we head out that we have everything. I'm gonna have to do mending at some point, but probably not today. I think I have let's see here. Okay, and I got this over here. So I've officially, on Twitter anyway, asked AJR if I could use one of their songs for my live stream sort of intro. So we'll see where that goes. AJR is pretty cool. I like them. You don't have to like them, but I do. I respect people's opinions. Okay, everything here, I do need a little bit of mending going on here, but I think we're going to leave that alone for now. Let me just check in here. Yeah, I don't have my F3 screen up yet. Don't worry, it'll get there. I don't need it where I'm at in town here. There's nether brick. That's not enough. I don't think I have any nether brick really. I don't have enough anyway, but I'm gonna go check the smelter in the nether. Let's go do that. Whoa. Yeah, flying in the nether, not for the faint of heart. Okay, here we go, down on this way. And as you can see, it's coming along very nicely. It looks really good. I'm sorry about the little bit of jittery there. I do have OBS and 2 YouTube channels open, like live streaming things, so a little bit of lag. So this is coming along really nicely. And I need to talk to Kara and probably David as well about the wall situation, because we had a little test patch up here that I put in last time. I thought it looked really nice, but I kind of want their opinion. Their official role is, yeah, this is the little test patch here. I'm not sure if this is what we want. I like it. It's definitely going to be a little bit challenging with the slabs, but it has to be made with slabs because of the way that the ceiling sits. And this whole ceiling along the side here is going to be pulled down one half block. But I think it's definitely it's a good look, and I like the pattern. Sort of like a Harlequin, sort of like a dark theme because of the nether. The nether brick slabs, and you have the stone slabs. Oh, the super turkey. No thanks, I'm good. I'm all good. So the next thing I'm going to do here, so I think we figured out that we want this pattern for the ceiling, right? It looks cool. It looks kind of old school as well, like that sort of 8-bit pattern, whereas I wanted it to make it look fancy. But what we got is a checkerboard, just to have some sort of texture. Huh. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly dig out the ceiling here up that way to wherever the first nether portal is. So I think I'm going to do it like this. Yeah, so anyway, I was just talking about my new phone. I absolutely love it. It's just so good. Okay, so we're gonna put we don't want any holes up like this. We don't want that. Okay, so there's like a little cave section here. We'll just quickly fill that in. No big deal. Okay, so this is a little bit more complicated here. There's a boat there. It wasn't there a minute ago. Weird. I was kind of hoping Kara would be on to help me with this, but I am going to have to press on here. This does need to be done. It's one of the longer term projects that needs to be done. When I say longer term, I mean it's going to take a long time to get this whole tunnel sort of ceilinged. Mainly just because there's just a huge amount of stone. Okay. So I think we're all right here. So the main key here is to make sure that places like this are sealed up properly, so we don't get any zombie pigmen, you know, coming in. Especially along the sides. And they are up there. I can hear them. You can probably hear them too. One sec. Okay. Just want to make sure you guys can hear the relaxing music that I'm hearing. Wow, there's a lot of gaps here. Yeah, we don't want any zombie pigmen down here. Ah, crap. Come on, man. You know, I'm going to have to dig into the side figures. What about over here? Can I dig over this way? Yeah, it looks like I can. Well, I can't do the whole road today, even if I wanted to, because my, yeah, I need like a good amount of this stuff here. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3 stacks. I don't think that'll be enough. I'm gonna try and get 4 stacks total. Perfect. Okay. So I'll run back through here and seal this up before the zombie pigmen decide to fill up this little corridor and come out onto the road. Wow, it's okay, so I'm gonna have to strip this whole ceiling back. It's not gonna be as big of a deal on this side because there's no nether brick slabs on this side. Remember, we're going all the way up to the first nether portal, whoever that may be. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna put my F3 screen on. Okay, so we're gonna go back here. Okay, here we go. I'll deal with the blocks above, just above, like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna try and reconstruct every part of the tunnel as I'm going through. At some point here I will have to switch over to my fortune pick, which is fine. And I do have plenty of spare silk touch pickaxes. I think I have 3 spares. You have to have that many when you know, when you're dealing with an outpost. You know, you can't just have one thing. You can't just rely on a single tool or weapon. I'm gonna have to come back through here and pick up all of this netherrack at some point. So I'm looking out here. It looks like it's mostly solid above this particular row, which is good. Just saves that much more time. Now the main road will not have that little dip down on each side. You know, on the other one, we're going to have sort of like a contoured ceiling. There is not going to be a contoured ceiling on this. It's too much. It's going to be too much work to do that. We have only 500 blocks out. Oh my god. Yeah, we're nowhere near. think we'll stop at 1,000, something like that. Then we'll go back down the other side. Then we'll do the middle. Systematically. I'm gonna have to switch over to my fortune pick in a minute here, unfortunately. See, I wish I had another shulker, because this netherrack could be used to. Oh. So I'm gonna go on up to 1,000 here. Maybe I'll do it 1,000 blocks at a time or something like that. Okay, we're gonna switch over to the fortune pick now. They both mine at the same rate. They both have the efficiency, whatever, 5. I think they both have efficiency 5. Yeah. One of my picks only has efficiency 4, and you can actually tell the difference. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, so I think it does make sense to do this ceiling. Hello, Powerkin. Yes, I'm on SMP 5 in case anyone's tuning in and wondering where I am. Empire Minecraft, PLAY.EMC.GS. And this is my home SMP, so there are 9 to choose from, and then there's Utopia for people who are, I believe, diamond supporters get access to Utopia. Almost done. Okay. Oops, I want to dig out of that far. The main issue here, the reason why I'm doing all these gap filling measures is because I don't want zombie pigmen spawning up there and then falling down here. It's kind of what we're trying to avoid, stuff spawning and getting in the way of our boats and eventually our mine carts. So that's kind of like the concept here. And if I had started out at I forgot that I was starting out at my residence. So we're going to work on this first, and then we're going to go and drain the drain the sugarcane farm enclosures. Just keeping an eye on that. Health of my pickaxe there. This is what efficiency 5 can do with netherrack. I am sprinting. I'm holding down the sprint key. Hence why I'm running out of hunger there. So we lost a former president recently. I think he was I call him Regular Bush. There's Regular Bush and W. Bush. I think that he was the last regular Republican president that we've had. Not the last regular president, just that's why I call him Regular Bush. Like, yeah, there's all the little backdoor deals and the little bit of conflict of interest in here and there, but W. Bush kind of took that to a whole nother level with Cheney and Halliburton and all that stuff. But it's unfortunate that the wolves have been sort of allowed to guard the hen house. Foxes guard the hen house, whatever. Wolves are guarding the sheep and the foxes are in the hen house. So, but I've decided that we need some more civility in the world. Okay, here's where we really have to focus on sealing this whole area up here. Because I don't want anything coming in and being a party pooper there. Okay, I think that's all. Oh, there's one back here as well. Right. Okay. I'm sure I've missed a whole bunch of these gaps up above the tunnel here. Yeah, here's some more. I think doing it like this might help instead of like this, because that way I can kind of. We're coming back down to the end of this stretch of the tunnel, so I just want to be more careful so I'm not making more work for myself. Pretty sure there's something up here, above here. I don't remember though. Let's see here. Yeah, here's something. Not much though, thankfully. But I've decided that being civil is more important than zingers and stuff like that. So, yeah. Whoa. Okay, so this needs a little bit of a treatment here. Okay, oh yeah, we got this here as well. So I'm just going to go up this row right here and just double check my work. Just want to make sure we're not missing anything. Dispose. It's been a long road getting from here to there. Yeah, so the other thing I have to get working on is the like not paying attention at all to the ceiling. The other thing I need to work on is a pumpkin farm, because yeah, I'm gonna need pumpkins at some point. I will eventually run out of pumpkin pie. I have a very large supply of. So the sugarcane's not just for paper and rockets. So the sugarcane was set us up for paper, for firework rockets, and I want to get all the farms that we should have. We should have a mob farm. We should have a creeper specific farm. And yeah, I just want to get all the farms covered. so that the outpost is like totally self-sufficient. Don't need this. And I feel like once that is done, we could really start heavily recruiting people to join the outpost and do building projects, and the fun part versus the nitty gritty sort of boot up phase. But we're still in the boot up phase of the 90K club and all of its related other outposts. Just gonna keep the entities to a minimum along here. Going along as quick as I can. All right. Okay, we got one more open slot there. Okay, need some food here. Gotta love pie. Still got a couple of empty slots that we can fill up. Okay. So that looks good, actually. I don't think there's any work we need to do on this side, thankfully. So we're gonna just mark that out real quick and depose. No. I think I'm gonna get rid of that too, and this, and just kind of. Yeah. We don't have a shortage of netherrack. We have a shortage of nether brick, but there's already enough netherrack cooking at the smelter, the nether smelter. There's two different smelters. There's the one at the 90K club nether hub, 90K club nether hub, I like that. And then there's another one up above ground on the Birch Hills island. And the one at the nether hub is specifically for cooking netherrack. So I'm not too concerned about that situation. So as soon as we're done this little swath of approximately 1,000 blocks, it might be a little bit less than that. I want to do it in 1,000 block chunks. So I think that's, even if it's like 10, 15, even 50 or whatever blocks off, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be doing it in 1,000 block chunks just to make it keep it manageable. Because like with the rail, oh my god, putting the rail down on this ice, that was completely. I did days. It's multiple hours for multiple days. Just placing rail. That's all I did. Like if I did a lot, like, you know, I'd play maybe maximum 4 hours a day. And about 3.5 of that 4 hours would be placing the damn rails, and the other half hour would be crafting the rails. So I literally did probably a week's worth of just placing and crafting rails. So about civility, I was trying to say here, you know, making observations, and you know, people who voted for Trump voted for him for a various number of reasons. My concern is not with the people who are frustrated with the status quo and just wanted to, like, there are people who voted for Trump that are just sick of the way things are and just wanted something different. There's nothing wrong with that, really. There's really nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, that's how Barack Obama got into office. People were kind of tired of the same old, and I think he did a fairly decent job. I mean, he was kind of stymied by Congress. Whether you liked Obama or not, you have to agree that Congress really, I mean, he tried to be bipartisan early on. And then I kind of got the door slammed in his face once the Tea Party folks took over in 2010. He could have railroaded a bunch of stuff in when the Democrats were still in power in Congress, but he didn't. He decided to try and be bipartisan and fair-minded and stuff, and Republicans paid him back by being vitriolic and crazy and nasty and stuff. So it's really unfortunate. I mean, you don't just roadblock a president just because, you know, the skin color. That's not how you do things, you know. You can feel however you feel about anyone, be a individual, just me, or someone off the street or whatever, or an elected or appointed official. But you don't just act like a jerk to them. That's not how things are supposed to be done. There's a certain way you do things. And they decided that they're going to ignore that and just have a tantrum and shut down the government over. I mean, it's sort of like the congressional Republicans. They were saying that Obama wouldn't work with them. But, dude, if you have a Democratic centrist president and a sort of kind of fringy right-wing agendist type of Congress, I mean, what incentive does he have to? He's not going to just be agreeable with all this right-wing stuff, you know. And it's not really even. It's not even Republican voters that are at fault here. Because, no, it's not. It really isn't. The main issue is not Republican voters. The issue that we're having the issues that we are having are due to Republicans in Congress and state assemblies. I refuse to blame Republican voters. I mean, yeah, there's some clearly sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, yeah, there are some people that are racist that are Republicans, but not all Republicans are racist. This is not true. Not all Democrats are super crazy liberal, you know? I mean, I'm not a Democrat myself. A lot of people might think that I am, but I'm not. But I'll just like, where's the civility? Where's the civility in all of this? You know, where is it? Where is the America of George Washington, and I don't mean like slavery and all that stuff and the cultural part of it. Just where's the aspirational, you know, everything gets better over time part of this country? Like, where is it gone? You know, it really makes me very sad. I don't know. We need more civility, though. I love all you people out there. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care. I don't care. You'll always get, at the very least, minimally, you will get a matter of fact. I'll hear what you're saying. I'm not gonna necessarily agree with it, but there's no need to yell and scream and shout epithets at each other. I mean, that's what they want. That's what these Koch brothers and these other people and the Putins and the outside interests, that's what they want. They want us tribally warring with each other. That's the quickest way to tear down a society is having steep tribal divisions on the inside. That's one of the reasons why Africa doesn't work. These countries were never formed on their own. They didn't coalesce on their own. They were sort of drawn on a map by European heads of state or whatever, you know, and it doesn't work because they were never intended to be they were never intended to treat the citizens of these drawn in borders as equals. They're simply there to extract resources. And you wonder why we have so many problems in the world. Oh, third world country. Well, the first world made the third world. Let's just, you know, not mince words with that. All of the problems in the world were caused by humans. All of the problems that we have today, we or our ancestors had a hand in. You know, climate change, yeah, the climate's going to fluctuate. It has a natural thing. You know, the earth is going to slowly cool over time, and the sun is going to slowly expand over time, and there's going to be variations in the orbit and all that good stuff. But that doesn't account for what's going on. We have measurable like amounts of carbon in the atmosphere that haven't been there since for millions and millions of years. I mean, when something gets fossilized, when they say fossil fuel, they call it fossil fuel because living matter is transformed into these minerally type deposits. That's why we call them fossil fuels, because at one point they were living organisms, be it algae or grasses or wood or woody plants or whatever. But just, you know, it's the reason why coal is so dirty and why clean coal is a misnomer is because the whole point of coal is that it has carbon in it, and the carbon is really wonderful. The carbonaceous whatever materials in like coal, or there's different classes called like lignite and cannel coal and anthracite and bituminous coal. The problem is there's all these organic compounds in there that when you burn them, even if there was no carbon emissions at all, I mean, you have freaking like arsenic and sulfur compounds and stuff, things that have been proven and linked to brain diseases and you know, genetic mutations and stuff. I mean, hello, arsenic is like deadly poison, but there's like acceptable levels of arsenic in coal exhaust. It's, yeah. It's upsetting. And even if climate change weren't man-made, like we had nothing to do with it, even if the climate was totally stable, why would we want to dump all this stuff into the atmosphere? You know, why can't we be as efficient as we possibly reasonably can? Why can't there be a middle ground? I mean, we can't all just stop doing what we're doing and, you know, live like we're Bedouin monks in the wilderness. We can't all do that. We'd have to, even if we wanted to do that, we couldn't do that. We'd have to have a gradual drawdown of you know, of things. And I just really, I'm upset with us right now. We humans, we need to have a meeting, you know, and stop shouting out at the State of the Union that someone's a liar. Stop beating people via Twitter. Like, if you're gonna beat someone, do it with like respect and civility and politeness. Like, show facts. Don't just say nasty things just to win points. Like, that's stupid. It's immature, and we're better than that. Or at least we should be. So yeah, just, you know, why don't people explain why they're upset with something or whatever, and, you know, if there is a better way to do something, you know, let's look at the options and haven't, you know, the phrase open-minded is tossed around a lot. Open-minded doesn't mean you say yes to everything. It just means you're willing to look into something, do the research, and, you know, it doesn't mean you're automatically going to approve of something. That's not what open-minded means. That's just being I don't even know what that is. Open-minded doesn't mean you turn off your thinking process. Saying like I don't like this doesn't make me not open-minded. It makes me not like this. First, get rid of this. Put this up here. So I need to leave space for the shulker box. So this has to stay there. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just. Maybe I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one, you know? I can see a future where we, even if we disagree, we can at least get along with each other and stop the vitriolic, poisonous, toxic tribalism. So bad for freedom and democracy. It's like, I want freedom. If you really wanted freedom, then you wouldn't try to force your way of doing things or the way you think things should be done down others' throat. That's not freedom. That's totalitarianism. That's fascism, man. Are we really gonna be like Nazis? You know, are we really gonna? You know, when I hear America first, like, dude, we used to be the leader. We didn't have to pound our chest to, you know, and do all this nonsense. We didn't used to have to do that, you know? Makes me very sad indeed. I don't know. I just think there's a better way to do things. And, you know, it's proven that there are ways to go about doing things that don't require, you know, having a point system. Like, if you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. Have the facts ready, you know? If you don't have facts, then you don't have an argument. And you should just sit back and listen and learn and teach yourself. Inform yourself on the issues, you know? That's what I try to do. You know, this hat that I'm wearing, I wear it because I have a stepdaughter. You know, I wear it because someone literally asked me, someone actually said, don't women have equality and rights already? It's like, no, no, they don't. No, they don't. They do not. And I think that when we have human rights, we should have a human rights amendment to our Constitution here in the U.S. Our human rights are guaranteed for everyone, prisoners or whatever. Basic human rights. Like a right to health, or at least health care. A right to not live in fear in your own community. Oops. Let's chuck these out real quick. There we go. Down the ice. These are things I struggle with. I mean, I've thought about this kind of stuff for years. Like the whole thing about guns. It's like, oh, we have a Second Amendment where it's guaranteed right about guns and all this stuff. Like, I'm not trying to tell people they're stupid for wanting to own a gun. That's, again, that's not being civil. Okay, that was weird. I think it's stupid that lawmakers still haven't figured out that, you know, mass shootings wouldn't happen if guns were less available. I mean, I've had people say, oh, go and try and confiscate them, see what happens. Like, why would you say such a antagonistic, unhelpful thing when I'm clearly trying to be helpful? And like, I don't want people to be shot. You know, I don't. Like, I don't know. I don't know if guns have any use anymore. Wars have not been fought on this continent since the Civil War. Since our Civil War, the United States hasn't had war. Why do we need to have guns? I mean, you say for hunting, but we've developed and sprawled and built houses. Ahoy! Going hunting? It's like, I don't know. I don't have a problem with people going hunting. I really don't, especially if it's like a species like deer, where we definitely have a huge amount of deer. Like, there's a huge amount of deer around this area, but the main reason they've become an issue is because we built houses where they used to kind of hang out and be out of the way. A couple of summers ago, my girlfriend's kids went to summer camp, and because the place opened, because the camp let out before my girlfriend could go and pick them up from the place, I just kind of stayed there the whole time and didn't interact with them. I wasn't hovering around or anything, but I just kind of went off and did my own thing in this nature preserve area. And I went and I found this extremely tranquil spot to eat my lunch, and I saw deer pass by in this place, and there were quite a few of them. They're just trying to survive, just like we are. They didn't choose to have all these houses built. They didn't choose to be boxed in by all of this sprawl. We are boxing them. We are doing that. So if you want to go out and hunt species that are absolutely in no stretch of the imagination being endangered, and you're gonna not use it as a trophy, but you know, use it to, I mean, this one family I used to know, their property was up in the, they backed up to an area that was kind of marshy and stuff, and there would be deer out there, and they would go hunting, but they wouldn't just I mean, they had a whole refrigerator and freezer down in their basement for the meat, and they would eat it throughout the whole year. Venison stew is good. It's really good. It's very yummy. It's much more ethical and humane and sustainable than frickin' factory farm stuff. I'll tell you that much right now. But we've squeezed these creatures so much that if we hunt them too much, like birds, like waterfowl and stuff, they could go extinct. But the deer aren't going to go extinct. So why don't we eat deer instead? And people could shoot their guns, have insurance, and have a purpose for them. Something like that, you know? Like, why not just register your gun and pay for insurance for it? That way, if it accidentally goes off and or stolen or kills someone or whatever, you know, you can have insurance coverage for it. What about, I mean, I could see insurance companies having, you know, gun owner policies where if you accidentally injure yourself with your weapon, whether it's a discharge of the weapon or if it's like the hammer pinches your hand or something like that you're covered. Stuff like that. Like, why can't there be common sense gun laws where insurance and, I mean, come on, people, it's not that hard. And the whole handgun thing, you know, it used to be that the serious guns, the long guns, the big crazy stuff is for the military use. Like, why do, you know, and handguns and pistols were sort of like personal defense. Like when my musket rounds were expired, or yeah, stuff like that. You know, I just don't understand why. It's like we're not arming the cavalry anymore with the 6-shooter. So now we have to find someone else to sell it to. I think that's really the crux of the issue. It's like these firearms manufacturers are trying to sell their guns to people that really don't need them. You know, I understand like security stuff, like actual security, like protecting people. A gun might be a good deterrent. Might be a good idea. I can see that being, you know, a thought process. But like if someone's gonna break into your home, creeping around your house with a gun to try and, like, I don't see that working out very well. Because what if the person who breaks in already has a gun? If they're fearful that you have one, you know, like I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. All I know is that I'm tired of people dying. I'm tired of seeing the headlines. I have tragedy fatigue. I have tragedy fatigue. I'm tired of seeing all the people dying needlessly. I don't know. This country's so broken, man. I can't even figure it out anymore. Where are we? Oh, not too far. Not too bad. We still have a whole bunch of slabs. Can't wait to finish placing. I'm not gonna spend the whole time placing these slabs. That's for damn sure. I want to go and drain some water. Peace on earth, goodwill toward men. It's like we can't have peace until people want it. People need to want to have peace for it to happen. You can't just sit back and say, oh, world peace will happen someday. You actually have to do something about it. I try to live that way. Be the change you want to see in the world. You see something that isn't right, you speak up about it. That's what I've always tried to do. I don't think it's right that gun owners are made out to be these boogeymen. I also don't think it's fair that people have to fear for their lives. So I don't know. There's a balance in there somewhere that can be struck that will help. And I'm not an expert enough to figure that out. I can tell you that much right now. Alright, let's head on up here. So good enough work in the tunnels for today. I'm not gonna, when I say work on 1,000 blocks chunks at a time, I didn't mean starting today. I just wanted to get it kind of I don't need build mode right now. So back to my iPhone, something that isn't so, well, the whole iPhone versus Android versus whatever debate rages on, but I love this phone. I think I keep discovering more reasons to like it. You know, it's sort of like when you buy something, you know it's going to be good. You have a good feeling about it. You know, you look at the specs and so on and so forth, but then it's like, wow. Wow. It's like Steve Jobs. His last words were, oh, wow. He was a hippy-dippy guy right to the very end. One of the diets he used to partake in was eating only apples. He would eat, for several weeks, all he ate was apples, apparently. In the middle, my girlfriend's son bought me the Steve Jobs biography. I'm still in the middle of reading it. I feel kind of bad. I kind of stopped reading it because, not because I didn't like it or anything like that. It's just like, it's a lot to process and take in, especially since I've been sort of like an Apple guy for a while. So it's sort of like I like to stop and sort of revel in my Apple nerdiness and then pick up again. And I could not do that after a while because of just personal reasons, just things I've been struggling with and stuff around the house that I've been just, life happens kind of thing, But that's definitely a goal of mine is to finish. I might be able to finish it by the end of the year. I'm not really sure. So I have 2 goals for the coming year. By this time next year, I want to be the most badass, awesome parental sort of role model figure that I can possibly be. And I also want to grow as a person, and I want to try to help solve the problems in the world. I want to learn about things and spread the information, the facts. I really want to try and be instrumental in bringing about the changes that I think need to happen in this world. That's what Gandhi said, to be the change you wish to see in the world. What better way than to just do that, Stop talking about it and just do something about it, Action. Informed, moderated action. Moderated by, picking your battles and trying to take emotion out of it and stuff like that, I really want to be a voice for change. I don't know how to do that yet. I want to learn how to do that. I want to help change people's minds about, even if climate change was a hoax, why don't you want to have more efficient stuff? What's wrong with geothermal? I mean, there are some drawbacks to geothermal and there's some limitations, but just because something might be difficult doesn't mean it shouldn't be done, I mean, hell, look at the internet. The internet took years to figure out, but here it is. So this is the thing I was going to check in on. Okay. Alright, we're doing pretty well with that. I think this one's just here for being parallel, so I'm just going to go into the main area here. It's about 13:11 here, or 1:11 p.m. here. I'm going to have to pause for a sec and go feed the cats in a minute here, so yeah. I think I need to go over and grab some grass real quick. I remember there being a whole bunch of grass blocks in here. Whoops. Yeah, here we go. I just want to kind of clean up this area here a little bit and just put some grass down. I may actually have to cut this live stream a little bit short because I need to do a bunch of mending fairly soon, and mending doesn't make the best, content, so just trying to Yeah. Everything except for my leggings, I think. Okay, so we have 5. Okay, so we have a decent amount of durability left. So I'm gonna clean this area up a little bit, you know. Yeah, there was a couple little strips here and there that still need. We humans, we're something else, aren't we? Put a man on the moon, but we can't figure out how to stop killing each other. There we go. Pretty good progress there. Oh, we do have this patch over here, don't we? Whoopsie. Didn't see that actually. Is there any more grass in here? I may have used it all up actually. Oh, phew. Good. I used a bit of it for terraforming over here. Let's go check out where I was terraforming before. So I was doing a whole bunch of terraforming over here. It looks really good now coming back to it. It looks really, really good. Except for these areas in here. I think I'm actually going to quickly do something with this. That definitely looks a fair bit better there. Yeah, that looks a million times better. Wow. How much grass do we even have left now? Maybe not as funny. Okay. Ooh, lots of lag. Holy cow, what the heck is going on here? So much lag. Alright, I need to investigate what's going on with this lag here. Moment. There's someone's typing in Arabic stuff here and I don't understand Arabic. I am sorry. Oh, massive lag. It's 15.7. Holy cow. Okay. So what did I need grass for again? Oh, that's right. It's fine. You can speak Arabic. I don't care. All are welcome. I don't speak it or understand it myself. So if you say something in Arabic, or especially if it's the actual written language part of it, I'm not gonna be able to understand. Sorry. But you are free to use whatever language you want as long as it's appropriate. Remember, civility. I do know that a couple of folks that I'm aware of in the Minecraft community that I am part of, the servers and whatnot. One of them is actually from Iran, so yeah, everyone's welcome. Going around looking for some stone and stuff in the middle of the grass. I think there's probably a few other spots over here that might have stone. No, actually there is not. Interesting. It wouldn't really be over here. Mostly just be over here. Yeah, that's right. There's this patch over here, isn't there? Oh, so a creeper got this. Pretty sure, anyway. I think I also took some of this grass. They don't speak Arabic in Iran, actually. They speak Farsi, I think, which is like a modern version of Persian. So, yeah, I was realizing that. A lot of people don't even think about this stuff, I bet. I need to put this up because I'm going to look for dark spots here. There are a few tiny little areas on this island that still need a bit of lighting up. Or maybe they're not. Maybe there aren't. Let's take a look real quick from above before the sun comes up. No, it actually looks pretty evenly lit, actually, to be honest. There are definitely a few little gaps, like under here. And there's another gap, I think it's over here. Something like that. What I would absolutely love to do is just cover this with slabs. Hey, buddy. Bark, bark, bark. Okay. Definitely good stuff there. Now, what I need to do now is go to... I think I have a shulker full of sand somewhere. So that's doing okay. Just looking for any kind of sand. I'm going to use the sand technique to clear out these things, I think, because I mean, yeah, this is a lot. This is like a lot to take out. And I do actually have to replace these dealios with glass as well. So I think I had a shulker or a chest down here for something. I don't remember. This was like the last thing I was doing down here. I was down underneath here, and I was working on this area. And let's see here. And stuff can spawn here. It's great. Alright, so we're gonna head on over this way. So all of this sort of like the shell of this thing, the layer around the water, like where the netherrack is down, all needs to be put, glass needs to be put into here. That's where the hoppers are going to feed out into, right over here. Somehow, I haven't figured it out quite yet. because I do want it to tie into the. See, I did a whole bunch of glass placing here. That actually went further. Did I finish this next one? I think I may have. No. In fact, this one's not even dug out. Okay, so I have a bit of a ways to go. This is a lot more. Yeah, this needs to be dug out before I remove the water. They all need to be dug out all the way to the bottommost level before I remove the water, because it won't make sense otherwise. Do I have glass in here? No, this is where the sugar cane is. Okay. Oh, did not mean to do that. Oh well. Yeah, so I don't think I'm actually going to be touching these today. Even though I said in the live stream description that I was going to be draining the enclosures. Yeah, this is actually, I can't do this right now because I need to mend up my pick. This isn't, I don't have enough durability left on here to do that. That's going to be a challenge. But I might wrap it up now because I do want to get some stuff done. And let me think for a minute here. Check the live map. Let's check the live map here real quick and see. I need to go to the desert. I think it's northeast of here. I think it's northeast. Yeah. There's one to the west, but that's a little bit closer. The desert section that I've been going to is the section that's way, way up there towards that little village. There's like a village up there. If you're looking at the live map, it's negative. The village is around negative 7.979, and then negative 93063. That's I've been taking the sand from up around that little island area up there, so I'm not really sure. And there's a jungle. I don't know. I've been trying to take the sand from further points. There are actually 1, 2, 3 whole villages up that way. Yeah, so I think that's a huge project, gathering the sand and stuff. So there's another village up that way too. I think that might be a little bit out of range of my outpost, unfortunately. So anyway, I think I am gonna sort of sign off for now. I have some stuff I gotta do. I gotta feed the kitties lunch. They're not in here right now because I have the door closed and the space heater on, trying to save some. The oil is much more expensive than the electric, so yeah. So I think that's going to be all for now. What I would like to do possibly is fly on up there, northeast. Yeah, facing south. So I'm going to fly up there. I'll sign off up in the desert. That looks so much better now since we patched over all that stone and whatnot, isn't it? Let's head on up here. Let's see where we are. So we're going up north of the ice spikes biome. it will be worthwhile, I think, at some point to extend that tunnel, or maybe I'd make a separate tunnel or something. Right now, there is a tunnel that leads from the 90K Club central area up to where the Ice Spikes biome is. You might be able to see it on the map if you're looking at the map. Ooh, an igloo! Look at that. I wasn't even looking for one. Maybe I've. Oh wait, have I already found this one before? I may have. Definitely don't want any creepies creeping up on me in here. Oh, a cave. I have to save that for later, I guess. So we're gonna head on out of this cavey. Instead of aviation, there could be caviation. Ha ha ha. Huh. Ah, interesting. Well, let's go down here. We're going to kill this guy. We're going to put this back. We're going to take the splash potion of weakness, pop it in there. We're going to take the brewing stand and the cauldron. There's a cave system under here. Interesting. Take this. Actually, I think I'm going to leave the, I think I'll leave this stuff here. Kind of neat little spot there. Stop. Pit stop type of area. So we need to go still to the northwest. Northeast, sorry. So there might be a mine shaft around the outside of that. So here's the jungle. Wow, this is really high up near the clouds. Another mine shaft up here we can look into at some point. Wow, look at the top of these trees. They're up near the clouds. That's crazy. This is all my jungle too, which is pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to make something out of this jungle here. I'm not gonna try and harvest parrots or anything like that. Maybe a cocoa farm. So there's one village. Not sure if I've been there, but I don't care. I'm not gonna go near it with the sun going down. And we're gonna go straight north here. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. We're gonna go over, I think, this way. There it is. There's the island that I want to utilize. So I was just making a quick little pass with the torches and stuff. I think this will do quite nicely for my sand supply, this little island here. And there's a village actually right over there. At least I think it's a village, or it might just be a lava. But yeah, it's a little lava pond. So anyway, guys, I'm going to be signing off now. Next time we'll pick up and figure out what we're doing with those pieces of the sugarcane farm. So per usual, love yourself, love each other, kindness always. Peace.